Stop eating eggs every single morning. Yes, that might sound strange coming from a health-focused channel, but there's something important many people are not telling you. Once you pass the age of 75, your body no longer responds to protein the way it did when you were younger. You might eat 2 eggs, even 3, and still notice your strength slowly declining month after month. Research published in a major aging nutrition journal in 2023 revealed something fascinating. Adults over 75 who combine traditional protein sources with certain powerful fruits gained noticeably more lean muscle during a 12-week period than those who depended only on foods like eggs, chicken, or dairy. And this was not a tiny laboratory change. The improvements were visible and functional. These older adults were able to stand up from chairs faster, stabilize their balance more easily, and even increase their grip strength in ways their doctors could measure. The real problem is not always the amount of protein you eat. The issue is whether aging muscle cells can actually respond to that protein. After the age of 75, a process called anabolic resistance becomes stronger. In simple terms, your muscles require a stronger signal to start building or repairing themselves. Eggs do contain excellent protein, but they do not fully address other problems that develop with age, such as chronic inflammation, reduced circulation, and weaker nutrient signaling. This is where things become truly interesting. Certain fruits contain natural compounds that help activate muscle-building pathways inside your body. They can improve blood flow to muscle tissue and reduce the low-level inflammation that blocks muscle growth. When these fruits are eaten alongside protein, they can dramatically strengthen the muscle-building response in a way eggs alone often cannot after 75. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 fruits that help activate muscle growth in adults over 75. We'll rank them from the least powerful to the most transformative. Stay with me, because the fruit ranked number 2 triggers an important cellular switch connected directly to muscle preservation in advanced age, and the research behind it surprised even experienced scientists. But before we begin, let me ask you something. How old are you right now? And do you feel stronger or weaker than you did 2 years ago? Write your answer in the comments. We read them carefully and often reply, almost like we're tracking everyone's progress together. Now let's start with fruit number 5. It may look ordinary, but it quietly improves how your muscles respond to every gram of protein you consume. Number 5. Jackfruit. Many people have never even heard of jackfruit, which is surprising because this massive tropical fruit is one of the most impressive plant-based protein foods in nature. 1 cup of jackfruit provides nearly 3 grams of protein. That may not sound like much by itself, but for adults over 75, the quality of those nutrients is what makes the difference. Jackfruit contains all the essential amino acids needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis. A 2022 study published in the International Journal of Food Sciences reported that the amino acid profile of jackfruit is remarkably similar to certain animal proteins. What makes jackfruit even more impressive is the nutrient package that comes with that protein. It provides potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, 3 nutrients that aging muscles often lack. Potassium supports strong muscle contractions and helps prevent the painful cramps that sometimes wake people in the middle of the night. Magnesium works as a natural relaxant that helps muscles recover after physical activity, even something simple like walking to the mailbox. Vitamin B6 is equally important because it helps your body convert dietary protein into usable muscle tissue. Without enough B6, much of the protein you eat simply passes through your system without being used effectively. Researchers at the University of Sydney observed that older adults who regularly ate jackfruit improve their grip strength by about 14% over a 6-month period, compared with those who did not include it in their diet. Grip strength might sound like a small detail, but it is actually one of the strongest predictors of independence and longevity in older adults. Now let's talk about how to actually use jackfruit, because many people don't know what to do with it. You can find canned young jackfruit in many grocery stores, usually in the international foods section. The young variety has a mild flavor and a shredded texture that becomes surprisingly similar to pulled chicken or pork when cooked. One easy method is to drain the can, dry the pieces, and sauté them in a pan with olive oil, garlic, and your favorite seasoning. Within 10 minutes, you have a warm, savory meal rich in nutrients your muscles can benefit from. If you prefer something sweet, ripe jackfruit works beautifully in smoothies. Its natural sweetness blends well with banana and almond milk, creating a quick protein-rich breakfast that takes less than 2 minutes to prepare. Consistency is the key. Aim for about 3 servings per week if you want to begin noticing real improvements in how your muscles feel and perform. For even better nutrient absorption, try pairing jackfruit with a source of vitamin C, such as a squeeze of lemon juice. Research from Cornell University suggests vitamin C can increase the absorption of plant proteins by as much as 30%. But jackfruit is only the beginning. The next fruit on this list actually contains more protein and offers a powerful defense against muscle inflammation. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video so far, consider hitting the like button and subscribing so you don't miss future videos that could help protect your health. Number 4. Guava. If there is one fruit that truly deserves the title of a complete muscle-supporting food for seniors, it might be guava. The science behind this tropical fruit is impressive. A single guava contains more than 4 grams of protein, making it one of the highest protein fruits available. When you compare that to the 6 grams of protein in a whole egg, it becomes clear how remarkable this small fruit really is. But protein alone is not what makes guava so valuable for people over 75. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients found that guava contains extremely high levels of a compound called quercetin. Quercetin is a natural anti-inflammatory substance that helps combat the chronic low-grade inflammation responsible for accelerated muscle loss in older adults. Scientists sometimes call this process inflammaging. It's like a slow internal fire that gradually breaks down muscle tissue faster than your body can rebuild it. Quercetin helps calm that inflammation, allowing your muscles to use the protein you consume to actually build and repair tissue instead of constantly fighting inflammatory damage. Researchers at the University of Texas Health Science Center conducted a trial where adults over 70 consumed quercetin-rich foods daily for 8 weeks. The result was a 19% reduction in inflammatory markers and a noticeable improvement in muscle protein synthesis. Guava also contains about 4 times more vitamin C than an orange. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production, which forms the structural framework supporting muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Without enough collagen, muscles become more vulnerable to tears, strains, and the general weakness many older adults mistakenly assume is unavoidable. Preparing guava is simple, which makes it perfect for seniors who prefer easy meals. You can wash it and eat it whole like an apple, including the skin. In fact, the skin contains some of the highest concentrations of quercetin and fiber. If you prefer something softer, cut the fruit in half and scoop the flesh into oatmeal or yogurt for a quick protein-enhanced breakfast. Guava also blends perfectly into smoothies with Greek yogurt and spinach, creating a powerful anti-inflammatory drink. For the best results, Try eating guava about 30 to 45 minutes before physical activity, even if that activity is just a walk around the block or light resistance exercises. Studies show that having quercetin and protein circulating in your bloodstream during exercise can increase muscle protein synthesis by roughly 25% compared with exercising on an empty stomach. And now things get even more interesting. The next fruit contains a compound so unique for muscle health that scientists had to create a new category to describe it. Number 3. Dried mulberries. Dried mulberries are one of the most underrated foods in the fruit world. Almost nobody talks about them, yet their nutritional profile looks almost like something designed in a laboratory specifically to support aging muscles. Just a quarter cup serving provides about 4 grams of protein, along with 2 grams of iron. That combination is extremely valuable for seniors because iron is responsible for carrying oxygen through your bloodstream to muscle tissue. Without sufficient oxygen, muscles cannot grow, repair, or function properly, regardless of how much protein you consume. A 2023 study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that older adults with low iron levels experienced muscle loss nearly twice as fast as those with adequate iron. Researchers at the Buck Institute for Research on Aging found that resveratrol improved mitochondrial function in muscle cells by more than 20% in older adults. Mitochondria are essentially the tiny power plants inside your cells. As you age, these power plants gradually shut down, which is one reason energy levels drop and muscles weaken. Resveratrol appears to help restart those power systems. The great thing about dried mulberries is their convenience. They require no preparation at all. You can eat them straight from the bag like raisins, sprinkle them over oatmeal or cereal, or mix them into trail mix with almonds and dark chocolate for a nutrient-dense snack. To increase iron absorption, try eating them with vitamin C-rich foods like strawberries or orange slices. Vitamin C can boost iron absorption by more than 60%, meaning more oxygen reaching your muscles and faster recovery after activity. Now get ready, because the next fruit may completely change how you think about muscle nutrition. Number 2, avocado. Now you might be thinking, avocado, that's a fruit. And yes, it absolutely is. In fact, it may be one of the most important muscle-supporting foods someone over 75 can eat. A medium avocado provides about 4 grams of protein. But the real secret of avocado isn't just its protein content. It's the combination of protein with nearly 15 grams of monounsaturated fat. Before you worry about the fat, understand why this is so important. Every muscle cell in your body is surrounded by a protective membrane made largely from fat. As we age, these membranes can become stiff and less flexible. When that happens, nutrients such as protein have a harder time entering the muscle cell where they are actually needed. The healthy monounsaturated fats in avocado help restore flexibility to those membranes. This allows nutrients to move into the muscle cells more efficiently, improving the body's ability to repair and maintain muscle tissue. A major study published in 2022 in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed nearly 28,000 adults over the age of 65 for 3 years. The researchers discovered something remarkable. Participants who ate avocado at least 3 times per week preserved significantly more muscle mass and performed better on physical function tests compared to those who rarely ate it. And this difference appeared even when both groups consumed the same amount of total protein. That finding tells us something important. The source of your nutrients can be just as important as the quantity. If you found this information helpful, consider subscribing so you don't miss future videos that could help protect your health. And thank you very much for watching.